Hey everybody, so we're going to go over the tornadoes from September 1st, the remnants of Hurricane Ida. I decided I'm going to break them up and do each one separately, do a separate video for each one instead of one video for all of them. It looks like people tend to prefer shorter videos, so that's what we're going to do. So the first tornado we're going to cover is the Harrisonville Mullica Hill, Deptford, New Jersey tornado. A rating of EF3, estimated peak winds of 150 miles per hour, path length of 12.6 miles, width of 400 yards. No fatalities, 2 injuries. So it started 6:10 p.m. A mile southeast of Harrisonville, Gloucester County, New Jersey. It ended about 6:30, a mile southeast of Deptford, Gloucester County, New Jersey. So here's the path of the tornado. Zoom in a little bit here. Went across some pretty busy roadways, which is crazy. Surprised there's isn't more people injured or any fatalities with this one. Let's see here, EF3 weakened a little bit, back to EF3, weakened a little bit, EF2, EF2, and then got up in Deptford, EF0, and then dissipated. The tornado touched down near Harrisonville, New Jersey, doing most of the damage to trees and limbs before strengthening and moving northeast. As it moved to the northeast, it crossed into the Cedar Grove area, producing more significant damage to trees, with many trees uprooted. The tornado moved into the Willow Oak subdivision, strengthening further and producing significant damage to trees, as well as serious structural damage to a number of homes. Several homes had exterior walls completely collapsed. A number of homes lost roofs and upper story walls, and one home had only a few interior walls remaining. Vehicles were tossed around and moved, and damage from flying debris was observed in several spots. The tornado continued to move to the northeast, to Bridgeton Pike, where multiple trees had trunks snapped, and most of the barns and storage buildings at a large commercial farm were completely destroyed. The tornado also reached its maximum width at this location and was estimated to be around 400 yards wide, which to me is crazy. Like I've seen videos of tornadoes. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos, watched a lot of different documentaries and stuff about tornadoes. But trying to put that into perspective, like I can't imagine, like in person, seeing a tornado that is 4 football fields wide. That's crazy. The tornado then continued northeast through the woods, with multiple trees snapped before entering the subdivision at Salvatore Drive. Here, the tornado's most significant damage was observed, with one home completely destroyed, with no interior or exterior walls standing. Other homes in the subdivision had exterior walls collapsed, along with garage collapses and vehicles being tossed around by the tornadic winds. The consistency of the damage along the path of the tornado in this area was EF3 in the middle of the circulation, with EF2 along the edge of the circulation. In addition, the tree damage was not as extensive behind the completely destroyed house. Based on the consistency of the damage along Salvatore Drive, a rating of EF3 was determined. The tornado continued to the northeast, damaging trees and structures along its path before reaching a large commercial dairy farm or extensive damage occurred. Barns were destroyed, and 2 large grain silos were toppled. The tornado then crossed Jefferson Road and crossed Eachus Road, snapping multiple trees. Thereafter, the tornado moved into the Breakneck Road area, producing complete deforestation, with nearly 100% of the trees in a thickly wooded area snapped. The tornado crossed Main Street just south of Chestnut Branch Park in Mantua Township, snapping and uprooting a number of trees before reaching the Delaware Valley Florist commercial greenhouse, mostly destroying the structure. The tornado damaged path then continued to the northeast, reaching Winona, snapping and uprooting a number of trees. A few homes lost roofs and 1 structure collapsed. In eastern portions of Woodbury Heights, several trees were snapped along a path from Chestnut Avenue to the intersection of Walnut Avenue and Tanyard Road. Along this path on Glenwood Court, 2 homes lost a significant amount of siding on one side, and a fence was blown over. Less severe tree damage persisted to the northeast along the tornado's path toward Deptford, where the tornado lifted. The National Weather Service in Mount Holly would also like to thank local law enforcement and emergency management for their assistance in the storm survey. Okay. All right, so that is the National Weather Service report on the Harrisonville Mullica Hill Deptford tornado. Again, about 20 minutes in duration. Rating of EF3, peak winds 150 miles per hour, with a length of 12.6 miles, width of 400 yards, and 2 injuries. So stay tuned. The other tornadoes are coming up, so watch out for those.